Hello guys, welcome back to LeetCode. Today let's practice a LeetCode hard question. Number 2251. Number of flowers in full bloom. You are given a zero index to the integer array flowers, where flowers I equals to start in end. It means the ith flower will be in full bloom from start to end, and that is inclusive. And you are also given a zero index integer array people of size n, where people of I is the time that the ith person will arrive to see the flowers. And return, here is the return, an integer array answer of size n, where answer of I is the numbers of flowers that are in full bloom when the ith person arrives. So let's check example 1. Example 1, the input is flowers and people. So let's see, I have one flower. It is in full bloom from 1 to 6. So here, from 1 to 6, I have a flowers. I have a flower, and here is a 3 to 7. So here is a 3 to 7. Okay, so and for the people, so I have people arrived at different times. So the first person arrived at time 2. So at time 2, 0th person arrived. And at time 3, the 1th person arrived. So this one person arrives at time 3. So we want to return the output. So for this zero index person, when he arrives, there is just one flower, and this one, here are 2 flowers. And for the third person, or the index 2 person who arrives at time 7, he can see 2 flowers. Okay, and the next one also have 2 flowers. So that is the answer. But in this example, all the inputs are sorted, but that is not guaranteed that all the inputs will be sorted. So let's check to see the example 2. This example 2, we can see this one, the first person or the zero index person arrives at time 3, and this one arrives at time 3, and the next person, but this person arrives first, he arrives at time 2. So for the output, this output or the first position of the output, we want to put the number of flowers when the zero index this person arrives. So this person arrives at time 3. So when it's time 3, you can see 2 flowers, and this person also arrives at time 3, so you can see 2 flowers. And the last person who arrives first at time 2, you can see 1 flower. Okay, so now let's go to see how to solve this problem. So when there is this question, we have a trick. So let's see. Here is another example. We have a people. So we have people arrived at time 8, 9, and 4. So I have people arrived at time 8, time 9, and time 4. And the flowers, so we'll have a 3 to 5, this one, and 7 to 9, okay, and 7, this one to 9, 6, 8, and 2 and 5. So from this graph is obviously that if we can find out, like in this 4, when the time is 4, so let's check how many lines this 4 across. Okay, so this person across 2 different lines, so that means there are 2 flowers. Okay, so how do we know how many lines it across? So we can have a trick like here. So instead of just putting all of the starting points and ending points in these flowers, we can have it separately. So we can have a start list. So here I put all of the starting list here. starting points in the start list. So I have a 3 and 7 and 6 and 2. And for the ending point, I can also put them in a list. So I have a 5, 9, 8, and 5. So let's put these two lists on the line. So first we'll have a 3, and then have a 7 and 6 and 2. And for the ending point, I have 5 and 5, and right, this one 5 and 5, and 9 and 8. So here I have 8, and here I have 9. And besides that, I also want to have another variable. Let's call it current. So that means the number of full bloom flowers in a given time. So let's go from this person. So when it is in time 4, so we'll have to check how many blue points and red points before or after this line. So here we have 1 right here, and this 2, this is point of 2, is smaller than 4. So that means this person may have a possibility to see this flower. So we'll want to increase the current number by 1. And then goes to the next point. And this point is 3, is still earlier than 4. So we'll increase the current by 1 again. Okay, and there is no red points, so we can start here. We can stop here. So here for this time 4, there are 2 flowers. Because we know there are 1 flower starts at 2, another flower starts at 3. So there are 2 flowers. They are still in full bloom when the time is 4. So this person, you can see 2 flowers. Okay, and then we have finished this person and goes to the next person. So this person is in time 8. Okay, so let's again check the start point first. So we have finished this point, and then we want to go to visit this point. So this point 6 is smaller than 8, so we'll increase the current by 1. And then next one, this one is still smaller than 8, so increase by 1. Okay, and then there is no other blue points. They are earlier than 8, so we can jump to process the red points. So here are 2 red points that are earlier than 8. So when there is a red points that are earlier than the people arriving time, that means we have to decrease the current number by 2. So here 2 points, so I decrease the number by 2. So that means before this person arrives, these 2 flowers have already is ending bloom. So this person cannot see these 2 flowers, right? And then, so these 2 have finished, and then goes to visit this one. Okay, so this is the tricky part. So this person arrives at time 8, but this flower will also end in bloom at time 8, but actually it will end as time 9 because this point is inclusively. So for the red points, we have to check if the red point is greater than 8. So if it is greater than 8, we will decrease the current number. But since this point is equal to 8, so we will not decrease the current number. So for this person, you can see 1 1 1 1, so this is 4 minus 2, so this person can see 2 flowers. Okay, and then goes to the next person. So this person arrives at time 9. So it is time 9, and let's check. So first check the start point, but we have processed all of the starting points, so no need to process them here. And then goes to check the red points. So for the red points, here is a red points. So 8, this one is smaller than 9, so we will decrease this by 1. And this one, it is not smaller than 9, right? So we will not decrease it again. So here we have 4 minus 2 minus 1. So this person can see 1 flower. Okay. So the trick here is that we have 2 separate lists, and one is start and the another is end. So for every point, so for every time that is we jump into a blue point, the start point will increase the current number by 1. For every time that is bigger than the end point, and we will decrease the current number by 1. And by them, combine them, we can know, like, in a given time how many flowers are in full bloom. Okay, so for this question, the time complexity is that, okay, so let's have so N, it means the length of people, and M, it means the length of flowers. So first we want to sort the people and the flowers, right? So actually after we sort in the people, and then we will produce the start point list and ending point list, and then sort them separately. So we'll have a complexity of n log n, so that is comes from sorting the people, and 2 m log m. So this 2 comes from we have sorting the start n and end, and sorting is itself is m log m. And then after we have finished sorting, then we will start iterating from these people. So we'll have iterates 2 and 2, this one and this person. And while iterating the people, we will also iterating the blue points and red points. But this is not a nested loop. That is, we will just go through this person just one time, and all of the points just one time. So here we'll have a n and m. So the overall time complexity is m log n plus m log n. Okay. And for the space complexity, we will have to increase the space by producing these 2 lists, starting list and ending list. So this is 2m, or so the space complexity is m. Okay, so now let's go to coding part. First, we want to sort the people. Okay, but since we want to keep the original people arrays or list, so we will have a sorted version of the people. So let's call this sorted people. So that is a sorted version of set of people. So what I doing here is I want to find all of the times, like the people visiting to go to the flowers. So if there are two people but they visit the flowers at the same time, then in these two people can see the same number of flowers. So I just have to guess the time instead of just like to get the number of people and also the time. All right, so here is why I use set here. So okay, so here should be sorted. And next is I will go through the flowers and having the start point and end point in my starting array and ending array. So let's call it start and end. So for the start and end in the flowers, I can have a start append S and end append E. Okay, after that I want to sort the start and end points. So okay, so after sorting them, then I can iterating the people. And okay, so here I first have a current variable, and then for the people in sorted. So the P here, it means the time a person visits the flower. So when the start time, okay, so I also have to declare the two index of start and ending of starting and end list index. So let's call it start I and end I. Initialize them as a 0 and 0. Here I want to check. So if the start I is smaller than the length of start, and this value, the starting point is smaller or equals to the person point or the person visiting time, it means that person can have the possibility to see that flower. So the current one increased by 1, and then the start index also increased by 1, because we have already processed this point and we want to move to the next point. And then after finishing the start, we need to process the ending points. So for the ending points, we want to check if the ending point is still, if the index of the end point is still in the range. So for the end points, okay, so when the ending points of a flower is earlier than a people's visiting time, then we want to decrease the number of flowers that person can see. So that is end of end I. So if this value is smaller, then the P, then we want to decrease the current time and our ending points index, or moving to the next ending point. Okay, so here, okay, So I also want to have a dictionary. Let's call it results. So here I want to put the time and the number of flowers. So it means when the peak time, so when the person visiting at peak time, he can see the current number of flowers here. Okay, so and then we can return the result. So the result it wants us to return as the order of people. So for every people, so for the every people we can get the time it wants to equals to visiting the flower is P, right? So for P in people, and then for this time we can get the number of flowers from the result. Okay, now let's run the code. Okay. Oh, okay, so here should be short typo, and run again. Okay, accept and then submit. Okay, it is accepted. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, please like my video or leave a message or subscribe. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.